Good. Go on.
You're going to be famous and it's my car.
No, honestly, it's my car really, and I've had it for quite a few years.
Roll down and that's sort of, there's probably light there moving about and there's probably sort of roll about. Just once you don't scratch that suspension with that rag, you know, make sure it's a clean rag. Scratches everything out that rag.
Please. Lovely, thank you. Yes. Okay, take your helmets, your paperweight, and your table, please. Extra glass, the table up there. Right, welcome to our track day. I'll just run through these regulations, well not regulations, they're guidelines really that we put down for today. First thing I would say, it is a fun day. You're out there to enjoy yourselves. It's not a race meeting, so please just take it easy, enjoy yourselves. You know, you're all out there to have some fun.
How long, David?
Don't know.
No, not at this time.
Be a bit of fun, wouldn't it?
Sit next to me now.
I may not be smiling later. I hope I will be.
I didn't get placed last year, but the car, I've done some more work to the car, restoring the underneath of the car, the floor, wheel arches and the engine bay area. Hopefully it's good enough. You never know. Sometimes you're trying to rush it to get it back together for an event like this where you've got not enough time and time runs out. You've got to put it back together as it is with your parts that you've got. A lot of it's sourcing parts to restore vehicles to a condition what you're happy with. Sometimes you just can't get good enough equipment to do the job and have to put them back, and hopefully that's good enough. I haven't got the original brakes on the car. I actually changed the brakes because I like to use the car, and most times when it's sunny I like to go out in it and use it. When I go out and use it, the original brakes are not that good on them, so I changed them to Cosworth brakes, and I've not retrofitted them back yet. I've just left the brakes on it as I want it, the car's as I want to drive it. With the stainless steel exhaust as well, that's not original on the car, but the other ones are very hard to get hold of, and if I do get one I will fit it, but only for shows like this. They do like a lot of original parts on the car, but what makes it for them is if you've gone to the lengths for the very hard to find stuff, that the judge should be able to appreciate that them parts are quite rare and they actually need to have them parts on the car. If you can't get all the original parts, if you try and restore the parts, they can sell, and it's not as good as a new parts, but getting all the new parts for any old car is going to be hard, isn't it?
It's been in Fastball magazine last month, and I've had it for about 4.5 years. So
spent a lot of money on it, and as what you can see, I don't know, it's done a lot to it. You know, a lot of the engine's been chromed, had leather interior, body kit, wing mirrors, and just bits and bobs. New wheels, had it lowered about 35mm, stainless steel exhaust, polished all the way through, and a big ice system in it. I've come second in '96 at Leicester, you know, the regional days. Apart from that, well, they don't sort of like say whereabouts you get, you know, first, second or third, yeah, and then that's it. So I don't really know where I get. I've had about 3 hours on it this morning and all day yesterday, you know, just to get on top on it, you know, so.
So the reason we're here is to pay a bit of a tribute to Roger Clark, and of course you're a man with a unique perspective on that. You've just had a look around the memorabilia and the photographs there. Any more memories prompted by that? What did you like there?
Well, it was quite lovely. I mean, it was really nice to see those photographs and the videos and everything. Roger was a very quiet person, very humorous in lots of ways and so on, but he was very quiet, and of course I used to sort of chat incessantly in the car and tell him jokes and all sorts of things. We used to get on really well driving around on the road sections, and he was also very lazy rallies. He only ever drove as fast as he had to win, as you know. He's told me that many times, hasn't he?
Yes.
Never extended himself more than he had to do. But he also didn't like driving anyway. I
was going to say, did you drive the public road section?
Nearly every bit. On one tour of Britain, I actually drove 95% of the route. And on the RAC, the ones that we did, I did 5 with him, I think. And on any other rallies I did, I would drive nearly all the road sections. And he quite liked my driving. He'd just sit there and do a bit of navigating or fall asleep, preferably. And as soon as we got to the end of the stage, Roger would get out, get into the passenger's seat, kick me out, and I'd have to drive. And I would wake him up on the start line of a stage. And then he'd jump out, sort of shake his head, sniff a little bit, and sort of see what sort of weather he was, jump in and drive off and get fastest time. But I mean, we saw a lot of each other right up to the very end, up to that time last November when we filmed the Top Gear item with the old LVX 942J, which had been rebuilt and had suddenly reappeared, and we were reintroduced to it. And the guy that owns it, Tony Yendel, who spent a fortune restoring this wonderful car, you know, it's worth about 75,000 quid and it's beautifully polished and all the stickers are in exactly the right place and everything came back, flooding back to us. We just realised it was just the same. But we drove it and Roger came there and he wasn't terribly well, to be honest with you. He came along and we made the best Top Gear item that we've ever done, I think, and we had a fantastic response to it. And Roger and his family all saw it and thought it was absolutely brilliant. And Roger jumped in this car, which this guy had lovingly restored, you see, and they thought we were going to have a little quiet tootle around the forest to film it, and Roger just went flat out. And he went flat out, and he was sideways, and the back end was in the ditches. And I looked at him, you see, and I couldn't believe it, you know, I thought, hasn't heard me, you know, what are we doing?
25 years time or...
And it was just amazing, and he just picked it up as they took it out of the car and drove it really quickly. The brakes weren't particularly good, actually, on this day, but then again, he never used brakes very much anyway, did he?
So that was up at Sutton Park, and then...
Sutton Park, I think that would be Blenheim, maybe, or Sutton Park again.
Okay.
There were a lot of tarmac stages in those days, as you know. Look at the tyres, they're still pretty narrow. I mean, we're not on great white racing tyres.
And I mean, I think maybe the Colin McRae's today, the forces inside are quite high, aren't they? Look like racing cars as they go around on four-wheel drive and all the rest of it. Do you remember?
It was so neat, was Roger, but you never see a picture of the car with the wheels pointing forward.
What else? Tour of Britain you did Capri,
yeah.
I think.
Well, that's 96. We did that in the year after, 1973. We were running Carnival 1 on the RAC. Yes. And we would have won it again, but we skidded off the road in Dovey Forest, and we got off the mud. We were there for about 6 minutes, which was a lot of time, but we still managed to climb back up, and we finished 7th or 6th or something like that. And then the following 3 years, I think, we finished 2nd again.
Yes, we were always competitive.
We could have easily won them all, you know, I mean, there was one certain thing like we went off the road, or we'd had a brake problem and things like that. And without it, you know, you wouldn't have won. But anyway,
coming along the gallery, we have more Roger Clark, as perhaps you remember him in the closing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was fairly recent.
I was going to say, this is much more recent period. In fact, he did do some demonstrations for Ford and for television.
Yeah.
Dressed particularly in these sort of neutral overalls.
And he did, those are the overalls he was wearing when we did our Top Gear item. That was the Tour of Britain. We used little Mexicos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the new restored car, isn't it?
Yes, this is the one that you made the programme with, I think.
Yeah. Perfect in every detail, as I said on the programme. I did that on the rally car. We put the black masking tape on there because the numbers were starting to get washed off with all the rain.
Yeah.
And if you lost your numbers, you could be excluded in those days. So I personally put all that tape on. And now all the models that have been made, I mean, this replica and everything else, they've all got the black tape on.
All lovingly preserved.
Yeah, that was the publicity shot before the London to Sydney.
Okay.
Which Roger led in a Cortina.
Yeah. He shared with Uwe Anderson, I think.
Yeah, the young Uwe Anderson, who's now the big boss man at Toyota.
Yeah.
And there we are.
Perhaps the head of the biggest motorsport operation in Europe, isn't it? It's 300 people working for him now. Yeah. And this is Roger in typical who's buying the drinks mode, I think.
Yeah, I think he just had the old Cossack hairspray on there. Actually,
yes. It does look pretty tidy, doesn't it?
And
who are these? Who are these?
Can you imagine, 1971, we didn't even have the proper official Ford Works jackets. I mean, all the people have all the clothing that people wear now, you know, team jackets, and all the teams. We didn't, you see. We just turned up, and he turned up in his old SO jacket, and I turned up in that Ford jacket. But yeah, we haven't changed much, have we? No.
Doesn't matter. It's okay. It sounds like that. Right, let's go on. I think you remember some of this, but
that was the old
Roger on a bicycle.
Roger on a bike. We never saw very much of that.
No, absolutely.
I will remember it sometime, or somebody will. But there was something to do with some competition. Anyway.
Perhaps with a prize, or a special demonstration or whatever.
And of course, the advertising, that's really good.
I was going to say.
They used to have those in the motoring magazines, didn't they?
Yeah, some of it. Well, it was National Motoring magazines.
And, well, these are the publicity shots testing for the World Cup for London, Mexico.
Oh, right, yeah.
And that's
sort of destroying mineralites on that card. The magnesium sulfide.
This is all done at Bag Shot, where we used to go testing a phenomenal amount.
Did you used to have to ride round with it?
Oh yeah, I could drive round as well. I used to drive round.
Oh right.
And I got quite good really. I was
going to say, because I saw you do that three-wheeler race on Top Gear.
Reliant Robbins World Championship.
Yes. A lot of pressure there. Yeah. Another in that series. From there. This is a bit earlier, isn't it?
But Circuit of Ireland, isn't it?
Yeah. Presumably you would have been reading about some of this in the magazines. There's Roger in a tour period.
Yeah, with his flares on.
Tour of Britain, yes, that's right. It's typical Roger. And I think you identified this.
Shot, the Scottish.
Yeah.
Surrey's rally.
Can you taste the dust when you look at
I
that?
can. It makes me feel thirsty to think about it.
Right, okay.
Yeah, what a fantastic
If
exhibition.
anybody wants autographs, Tony's happy to sign, and he's got some photographs and stuff with him.
Got the more modern, I haven't got the old one. Oh, look at this! Oh.
Jump lead.
I've got one out the other day to try the jacket and it didn't work. The birds get out, haven't they? It's really hard. Yeah. Maybe the proper ones are going to be softer.
Signing on tent is Bob Deacon, who many of you know. Bob is with the RS Owners Club Insurance Scheme run by Equity Red Star Dominion Plan. And Bob is there to answer all your questions on insurance issues, and also if you want a quote, very competitive quote on your RS, and in fact also non-RS vehicle. So pop along and see Bob Deacon, and even if you don't want to actually renew your policy today, Bob can give you a quote for the future.
car is very much standard at the moment, so that may weigh in a little with the judge in the standard side of the working class, I think. We haven't entered in National Day before, although last year we did do every local group. We done every local group day, which was sort of 18 shows, I believe. We won the Gold Cup last year for the overall most points in the season. So we're not new to it, but there's always something that you find that you may have missed before, so you have to keep plugging away at it. We started yesterday, basically. We came up early and we went on campsite, so we give her an overall polish and put the cover on her. Today then we came in and my husband and myself between us, he took a wheel off, cleaned inside the arch, and I cleaned the wheel then because my fingers are smaller to get in the grooves. So we do the 4 wheels first, and then my husband usually does the outside and I go underneath the car and clean. And I do the interior then while he does into the bonnet, so we got pretty much a routine between us, and in all probably the routine takes 4 or 5 hours.
We're just waiting to be judged now. The judge is going to come round in a minute and judge the car, go through everything and check everything's been done correctly. Just hoping that he doesn't find anything wrong.
And what are you going to do?
Stay out of the way, hopefully.
No offence, you've got your own opinion.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I know it's a bit of a pain to get out.
No, you're all right.
What did you trip over me? Storm?
I think it was a match, I'm not sure.
Camera's on you, dog.
All right, how's it going?
Okay, we'll get this underway because I'm sure you're a little bit tired of waiting now. I'm sorry for the delay, but it really is quite difficult to get everything reconciled. There's so many elements to the concourse and so many prizes we need to sort out. As you know, you should all have a programme with a number on it. And if your number comes up, then you're going to win this money that Tony Mason would like to take home himself.
Already have one in my back pocket.
Okay, so what we're going to do, you have to be here for this. It's not like a raffle prize with the car. If you're not here with the car, we'll actually phone you at home. But with this, you've got it here. So the first number is the year I was born. If you believe that, you believe anything. 1969, 1969. Has anybody got 1969? If you have, put your hand up so that we can see.
Right, that's it.
No 1969? For the last time?
Hope Tony goes.
That was the VAT, wasn't it?
Right, that's it, finished.
Okay. 9109.
You haven't done it.
I'm saying you haven't got it, sir. 9109. Anybody? This is not looking good, sir. Nobody's got it. Nobody? Okay. Right, we just give every water to three numbers. The last one is from Tony, 15936.
Me?
Look at that, look, hey. Lovely money, look at that. Oh, it's blowing away, quick, it's blowing away.
Somebody's got it.
We nearly lost the lot.
15936.
Look.
Well done, sir.
I can have half it if I drew that number. No, that was never meant to be like. I'm in it.
Alright, the prizes this year are a bit different and they're quite fragile. So we're going to present the prizes out of the box, but if those people that win want the box to take it home, and I advise you should, then if you come afterwards, after the prize giving the raffle draw, give the appropriate box to the prize. So, the first prize is a green RSOC 100, and the winner is Mark Sheraton, SFU 33N.
Where is it? Ooh. Well, I saw you over there in a minute ago. Very good, congratulations. All right, that is class. Good. Okay.
Each class winner will also get a day out at Ballroom towards motorsport technical centre now, and those will be given to the people afterwards. The runner-up with the Capri RSOC 100 is WAR 41M, Anthony Jackson. Well done, Anthony.
It's going to start raining, you know. Too small. Oh yeah, no, no, very good. Congratulations. Yorkshire. Do you want the box? Do you want the box? Yes, please. Open the box. Open the box. Right. I'll get them organised.
RS 1600, a car that you're very familiar with.
Oh yes, that's it.
The first place is WXG 782M, Mr. Lance Brake Whitley.
Behind you, Chris.
Hello, please yourself. I'm messing up all the system for them, you see. Here you go. They will, really nice. Right. Hurry up, it's going to rain quick.
Okay, Mark 1 RS Mexico.